Hello and welcome back to TEJART. Today we will be talking about 8 specifications needed for architecture students, to buy your laptop. And I mean, if you're looking for a laptop and if you're directly, searching for laptops like different brands and stuff, but you are not aware of the general specifications, that is not the right, way to buy a laptop, because if you are getting one, you should be aware of the basic specifications that you are looking for as an architecture student, because the work that we do is completely different from the students, like the normal students who just work on PPTs and stuff, because we have a lot more to do, like 3D modeling and rendering, which take up a lot of RAM and like the basic stuff, which I will be explaining in the video going forward. Now, if you want to know the specifications till the very end, I want you to follow the whole video. That is when you'll have the clarity to know what specs you're looking for. So the first things first, let us talk about Core i3, i5, i7 and i9. Basically, as the number increases, the whole performance of the laptop increases. Now, if you're looking for a very fast multitasking laptop, in which you can do a lot of softwares together without any lag, then you'll be looking for an i9, because that is the top model, top processor that we have right now in the market. Now i9, so i9 is usually, the laptops with i9 core is usually around 150 to 2 lakhs and more than 2 lakhs. So we as students, we don't need that. Even, after we go into real practice, I don't think i9 is that needed for now. So let us just go with i5 and i7. Why am I not talking about i3 is because we cannot do a lot of multitasking, like we cannot run a lot of softwares if we have i3. i3 is for like basic laptop models. So you should be looking for i5 or i7. So that is one check. So that was it for the first point, which is the Core i5 and i7. So basically we're looking for i5 and i7. If you have more budget and if you're looking for a standard, like long-term laptop, then you can go with i9. And even if you have a lot of money that you can spend on your laptop, then you can go for i9. So let's go to the next point, the second one. So let us go to the second point, which is the processor. We are talking about the 9th generation processor and the 10th generation processor. Basically, when you're looking at the filters of laptop, you'll be looking at something like this: Core i7 Gen 9 and Core i5 Gen 10, something like that. So now we're talking about, we are done with cores, right? So we are talking about 9th generation and 10th generation. Basically, 10th generation is faster than 9th generation. But as students, I think we can, work with both of them. We are not going to stick with 10th gen only, because 10th gen is for heavy video editing, like video gamers, like they have 3 to 5 hours of videos that should be edited. So that's like heavy video editing for them. So for them, 10th generation is very much needed, but for us, I think we are good with 9th generation and 10th generation. So basically, according to me, 9th generation and 10th, both of them are almost the same. For us, they're almost the same, because we'll not be doing a lot of heavy editing or heavy 3D modeling. Both of them are almost the same for us. So you should be looking for both 9th or 10th, doesn't really matter for us. Now let's go to the third point. Now the third one is memory. We will be looking for something which has around 16 GB to 32 GB of RAM. Now if it's less than that, like something, if it's less than 16, which is about 8 GB or lesser than that, I don't think people buy lesser than that. So let's just go with 32 GB and 16 GB. I can say that minimum 16 GB ka, and then maximum I think 32 GB should be fine for memory RAM. So when I'm giving you all these points, you can simply go to like Flipkart, and in the filters you can add all these like different points that I'm giving you right now, and you can check all the laptops that you have under these filters. Now the next one, the fourth one, is it the fourth one? So the next one, which is the fourth one, which is probably the most important specs of all when we are looking for what we are looking as students, because we do a lot of 3D modeling and rendering. As I already told you, we will be needing a graphic card. Now, what is a graphic card? It basically helps you with smooth performance of your 3D modeling and rendering. And graphic card is very important for people who are working on video games, and as architecture students and interior students, basically who are using heavy apps such as Rhino and Grasshopper. Those are very heavy, and there are softwares wherein they literally build the whole interiors and later they have to render it in real time. So that will take up a lot of the strength of your laptop, and for that you should be able to find a laptop with basic graphic card of about 4 GB to 6 GB. 4 GB to 6 GB and till 8 GB. So 4, 6 and 8 GB. So it should have a graphic card of 4, 6 or 8 GB. So let's just go with 8 or 6. I mean, if you cannot afford 8 or 6, let's just go with 4. I mean, that should be fine. So the price differs from all these. I mean, it goes higher with the higher GB in RAM or graphic card, etc. So it's up to you. I mean, it's on your budget. So whatever your budget is, you can go to 6 or 8 GB of a graphic card. Now in graphic card, there are different graphic cards available like NVIDIA GeForce GTX and RTX. Now we will come across these two a lot more than the other ones. So I think for us, RTX is more preferable than GTX. So if you're looking for, there's a huge price variance also in GTX and RTX, and basically we should prefer RTX or Radeon. So it depends, like whatever your budget is, you can check out these both. I'm not saying GTX is a bad option, obviously it is not. So let's just see, if you can go for RTX, why take GTX, right? So that's for the graphic card. So as I told you, it's 4 to 6 to 8 GB. Yes, let's go to the next one. So the next one that we are going to talk about is the hard drive. So when we are talking about hard drive, we come across SSD and HDD. So HDD is basic hard drive that we see in every laptop, which has a lot of storage of whatever work we do. But SSD is simply the advanced version of it, and it's faster and it is light in weight, and it can it doesn't lag. And the only problem with it is it usually has lesser storage capacity than HDD. So it's basically the next version of HDD. Now if we are running apps, heavy apps like these, like rendering and all, 3D softwares and stuff, we will be needing SSD. Now for that we can go with 512 GB of SSD, or there's even laptops with 1 TB of SSD and 128 GB of SSD. So we can go with something like that. And for HDD, it's basically a mix of both HDD and SSD. So you should see that you have at least 512 GB of SSD. So that was the point for HDD and SSD. So next point. So the next one we are looking into is the screen. Basically, more the pixels, more sharper the the clarity, more clarity of the screen it is. So this usually is for video gamers who play on 4K and stuff. They'll be needing high pixelated screens, and for us, I think normal HD screens are fine. For rendering and all of the detailed 3D work that we do, I think we are good with the normal resolution that everyone goes for is fine. So the next one is the screen size, which is usually 15 to 17 inches. So that should be fine. So these are all the specifications that, basic specifications that we should be thorough and we should be, generally aware of. So next one is not a spec, but more of your preference. So the first one is Windows or iOS. Now, a lot of people say that not all apps run on Mac, but if you're comfortable with Mac, you can always go with Mac, and a lot of softwares basically run on Mac. There's nothing of that sort, so it's totally up to you, your preference. So whatever you're comfortable with, you should go with it. And the next one is, I mean, if you're taking Windows, just go with 64-bit, which is, you know, right now which everyone is buying. So just go with 64-bit, because if you go for something less than that, probably not a lot of softwares will be you will be able to download with less than 64. So yeah, you should get 64. So that was it for the specifications. Now let us go into brands that we you know, usually are going to look for. So we as architecture students have a lot of similar you know, needs like the gaming people have. So basically our laptops are pretty much serving the same purpose. Not the same purpose, but the same you know, specs that we are looking for, right? So that is why we look into a lot of gaming laptop brands. So the first thing we should be looking for, I mean, there's a lot of gaming laptop brands. So I think I'll name a few for you, and you can, you know, look into them a little further more and understand their features and stuff. So the first thing would be ASUS or ASUS or ASUS. I mean, different people pronounce it differently, so let's just go with ASUS for now. So ASUS has a lot of series. So there's ROG series, there's TUF series, and there's ASUS car laptops as well. So I think you should try with ROG series, but because TUF series is more for gaming, and if you are looking for 3D modeling and architecture stuff, I think you should go for ASUS ROG series. So there's different ROG series as well. So just look into different laptops of ROG series. And then the next brand, the second brand would be, now the second brand would be Acer, which is I mean, which has a wide range of laptops, but we are looking for Predator. Now we hear a lot of you know, like, what's that, you know, comparisons, right? So basically people compare a lot of Acer Predator, Helios, and ASUS ROG series. So basically there's a, you know, like, tough war between both of two, and there's no proper there's no proper answer for which one wins, and totally depends on the person's perspective. So just, I mean, look into Acer Predator Helios and Acer series, and so that's the second brand. And for me personally, okay, I'll tell you later about what my laptop is. So let's just stick with the brands right now. I'll probably do it in the last. So first one was ASUS, and the second one is Acer Predator, and the third one is Alienware. Like, Alienware is, I mean, widely preferred, but probably the costs are a little high. So Alienware is also a great option, so you can always look for that. And the fourth one would be MSI. I'm pretty sure you heard these brands a lot when you're, you know, like, researching for your laptops and stuff. And yes, they're all good. And when I was you know, buying a laptop for myself, I was really confused with Acer Predator, ASUS ROG, and also MSI. So these three brands were literally like, they were like screwing me. I was like, I didn't know which one to buy. I mean, everything, like, if I'm looking for the specific you know, like, the you know, specifications, like, almost all of them are the same, and different people have different reviews on their laptops, and it was very hard to buy, but it's all right. You'll just, you know, you'll just go through all of that and then get a laptop for yourself. So obviously you don't have to worry. So these are the brands. And also there's Lenovo and HP. And if you're looking for higher specifications, or if you're looking for higher specifications in Lenovo, the prices usually hit up to 170 to 2 lakhs. So I think, for me, see, according to me, MSI, ASUS and Acer and Alienware, you should be thinking of these 4 brands. And yeah, that was it. So you'll find a lot of models in these 4 and under your budget. Like, if your budget is around probably around 80,000 to 1,70,000. You'll find very nice options in these 4 brands. So yes, that was it. You can look for a lot of different brands apart from these, but these are the brands that I am very aware of and the whole architecture students are aware of. So yeah, that was the video, and soon I'll be making a video of what my laptop is and what the specs of my laptop are. Yeah, that was it. Thank you so much. I hope you hit the like, and I want you to put up any doubts if you have in the comments, because a lot of people can have a conversation and their own review on what their laptop is and how the specifications are and stuff. So that was it. Bye. Like and subscribe.